Hello again, back to the classic car bunker, and as you can see, a new project. So what I've got here is the year 2000 MGF 1.8, and the story of this is I was on eBay, and once again, the same as the demo in the background there, I bought a car without seeing it. Just blind luck, I put a cheeky bid in, and I didn't expect it to win, and it did. So I had some explaining to do to the missus there, and she wasn't very happy about it because there's lots of cars on this street now. So again, we're going to recommission it and see what we can do with it. So hopefully it's in good shape and doesn't need too much work, but famous last words, eh? Glorious weather for it as well. All my videos seem to be in the sunshine. Maybe I'm just lucky like that. But how about we have a good look around this and see what's going on. So bearing in mind, this has been stood in the garage for 5 years. Apparently some old bloke parked it up and left it. I've already seen a few telltale signs that he didn't just leave it. He's had a poke around at a few things. So there's definitely some things that need doing. But yeah, let's see what we've got in our hands there. Is looking a bit dusty and dirty, but we'll have a little walk around it. Just notice she's got a few marks here and there, you know what I mean, but nothing serious for its age. I mean, these models are 30 years old now. Nice MG badges there, nice little emblems there. Yeah, just looking. I mean, definitely needs a wash. There is a few little holes in the roof, but I do have a plan for that. Just like a temporary fix, just so nothing leaks in. Yeah, I mean. But again, one wheel not missing there, but it's alright. That looks alright down there, really, just a bit dirty and whatnot. But looking down it, I can't see any, dents and things. This bit's the worst bit. It's like that feels really rough to the touch, like that's smooth, but that's really rough. So something's gone there with the paintwork. But overall though, tidy. Ooh. There we go. They're a bit sad, aren't they? Let's have a look in. Ooh, yes, nice. Leather seats, got a bit of cracking and whatnot, but again, just age related stuff. And then there's definitely a fag hole in that seat there. Ooh, look at the cupboards there. Nice. Handle down there, nice. Ooh. Let's hop in. Ooh. Very dirty, but I think a good clean. Even the roof's a bit mouldy. Oh, just noticed where's no sun visors. Do you need them for an MOT? Okay, that doesn't want to latch up. Why is that being pulled down? I don't know. But generally it looks, yeah, I mean it's just dirty, isn't it? It just needs a good wash, a good clean is what it needs. But like I say, it's been stood for 5 years, so what do you expect? So, oh, it's got electric mirrors. Very good. Don't know what that is. What is that? Bulb must be the brightness or something. Yeah. Tunes. Oh yeah. Should we check pedals? Accelerator pedal. Feel something. Brakes. Yeah. Clutch. Oh, the clutch pedal is right on the floor. Yeah, there's nothing behind that. So I'm hoping. Clutch. I'm hoping it's not the clutch. I'm hoping it's just like the slave cylinder or something. That's what I'm hoping. Engine is in the boot on these. Oh, keys. There she be. I mean, how are you meant to work on these, you know? Like how? Like where's the... How do you get to the spark plugs and things? Coolant. Oh, looking a bit empty in there, isn't it? But I did notice earlier, underneath, nice little patch there, and I think that is a coolant pipe down to the radiator at the front of the car. So over a few years, it's definitely leaked. Right, let's check. Oil. Oh, I think you have to take this out. Woohoo! Can you see that? Well, I can't really see anything. It looks brown, manky. Ugh. Oh dear. Oh, there we are. What does it mean if oil is brown? Sorry about all that noise. A whole posse of souped up cars just went past. But yeah, so it doesn't seem like there's... Does it go in that way? It seems to go in a specific way. Any or no oil in it. Unless there's an oil leak on it as well. I'm guessing that's the air filter. Where's the spark plugs? Where are they? But yeah, lots of cobwebs, lots of dirt. All needs hoovering, cleaning, brushing off, doesn't it? But let's have a look under the bonnet, even though... Is it still a bonnet if the engine's not there? Oh, let me just prop it up. There we are. Oh, some spiders have had a good time there. And then, wow. Yeah, I hate spiders. Right, so, yes. Booster cables with no cables. What's this? Must be a jack of things, spare wheel. Just having a look around. I think there should be something there, shouldn't there? So brake. I think that's the clutch. Reservoirs. I wonder if it's the washer bottle. Like the washer bottle's missing or something, isn't it? Yeah, I wonder why. But and then there's this thing, which I have no idea what it is, but I'm going to guess it's something to do with the suspension, hydrogas stuff. Maybe something like that. No, just a random bolt and plate. Yeah, so we had no clutch, did we? So See what we've got. So there's definitely fluid in there. 100%, maybe too much if anything. But I've got no clutch, so is that... So it's not leaking, but could the slave cylinder be at fault? Maybe that needs replacing. Nice set of horns. Yeah. And that's it really, but one thing I'm really looking forward to though is just giving this thing a good clean. But what I want to do first, because it will all just leak through the hood, is I've got a plan. And that is puncture repair kit. I might stick, let's see if it works, a few of these patches on, just to go over these holes. I might take one or two to do one hole, but maybe it's just as a temporary thing. Especially when I wash it off, it rains, it doesn't leak into the cabin, because that'll go all over the seats and oh, look at all that dirt and bolts there. Yeah, it just needs a good clean, good going over, doesn't it? Little parcel shelf thing there. The rear screen's in good nick as well, it's not cracked or split or anything, which, because I think for these hoods, if you had to buy the full thing with a window, they're really expensive. But if I can just get the hood, maybe that might lower the cost, because I think the zip out, I think. Yeah, so it's on like a zip. So I don't know, I'll have to look into that. But yeah. So apart from the clutch, which is very sad, I'm hoping there's no major stuff. Coolant leak, that can be bad on these, because I think they're a bit of a pain with the engine at the rear and the radiators at the front. It can be tricky to get all the air out, and it's what on these cars leads to the overheating issues that they're sort of famed for. But and then what else was there? Oil. Why would there be no oil in it? Where would the oil be? Where would it go? So I wonder if I put some oil in, it would all just disappear somewhere on the floor. So yeah, let's give this thing a good wash. Yeah, so one of the first things I'm going to do with this is just, will it fit? Give it an oil change. I'll drain the oil out of it. While it's draining, I'm going to give it a wash and put some fresh oil in it. I'm just hoping I don't have to jack the car up to get the oil out. So, where am I? Where am I going? There. I think I will have to jack it up. Well, that sounded a bit crusty under there. But it's holding, so that's good. It's going to be tricky. Right, I've managed to crack that, so now it should be a case of undoing the nut and getting the oil out. If there is any oil in it. But no reason why there shouldn't be. This is where it goes everywhere. I hope this is actually the sump plug I've undone. We'll soon find out. Oh yes it is. Oh. Should it be brown? Is brown normal? Smells like a lot of fuel. So the person I bought this off did run it for like a video they put up on YouTube, I wonder if they've, used a lot of fuel to get it going. I'll show you that once it's drained out. But ooh yeah, monkey stinks. So I'm going to lower this down just to get it back level again, and then yeah, time to give it a good wash. Ooh, so just what I remember before washing it, I just thought I'll put the sump plug back in, and this is the colour of it. Is oil meant to look like that? Brown? Ugh. there you go. Its first wash it's had in 5 years. It's not bad, you know. I think it starts to show up little stone chips and stuff. It reveals a few secrets, if you like. But it's a lovely colour, nice metallic blue. Got dents in the doors. Got some little corrosion marks on there, so just don't press too hard. Scratches there for some reason. I wonder if that's someone getting in and out. But it's all shiny, lovely and clean. It still needs an actual scrub and a proper buff. But I'm hoping once the hood dries out, I'm hoping the hood will be a lot better. There's still bits there in there, but hopefully they'll come out and this will come up nice. My temporary tyre puncture repair kit is stayed in place, so I don't get any leaks in there. A few drops of water and stuff, but I think that's just the angle because I was kind of blasting up into these arches sort of thing. But hopefully the hood looks a lot tidier and stuff. I just give a few areas a quick blast where I've obviously missed. Yeah, clean inside the car. Give the inside a wipe and a good clean. I've hoovered it, but yeah, looking a bit sad. Steering wheel, dash top, you know, down here on the centre console. Yeah, needs a good clean, a good clean. But yeah, it's coming up all right. Fix while I'm here is new wiper blades. Oh yes. Now, how do these come off again? People pay money to have these done, to have these changed. You know, like Halfords and stuff. Mental. Push fits. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm just doing the oil change now. It takes forever. I think it takes an awkward route to get down to the engine. So you pour a bit in, it just starts overflowing. So you have to go really slowly, put about, I don't know, maybe a litre in, leave it, let it drain in, and then put another litre in, wait a bit, and it's just, yeah, painfully slow. Painfully slow, but it's going in there. It's just going to take a while to put four and a bit litres worth in. So that's what I'm doing now. And I might be all for today, to be honest. Running out of time. Hello, it's the next day. So today I'm going to try and start it. Well, I tried yesterday at the very end of the day to try and start it. I don't know if I captured that on video. And nothing happened, so I thought, fair enough, dead battery or whatever. You know, so I put the battery on charge overnight. Says it's full. I put my multimeter on it, it says like 12.6 volts on it without, you know, cranking or anything like that. So it should be enough, but it ain't. So I'll show you what's happening. So, keys are in the ignition, currently in the off position. So I just wait for that massive wagon to go past. So keys are in the off position, so 1, 2, right. So we get plenty of lights. And I don't know if you can hear. I can hear clicking from the back. Now is that a fuel pump trying to do its thing? I don't know. But when I go to start it, you know, the lights go dim, the flicker a bit, but nothing happens. I'm sure that's the fuel pump in the back trying to do its thing. Nothing happens. Even if I try to turn the radio on, nothing. So I'm wondering if the battery, even though it's showing voltage, it's kaput. So what I've done, let's turn it off, is, ooh, make sure that doesn't lock. I've got another battery which I'm just charging up, or just making sure. It says it's full, but I'm just putting it on charge just to make sure. I'm going to swap it over, probably clean some of the connections up, and then try again from there. So bear with me. So we'll get these spanners, they're probably a 13. What I've noticed as well, even though I've tightened that up as much as it'll go, it's very loose. I mean, it just pulls off, yeah. I mean, that one's not very tight either, right? Let's see. No, that's not very tight either. So, is there a handle? Well, it wasn't exactly secured in place like it should be for an MOT, but another battery. No, ergonomic battery with a handle on it. Ooh. I have no idea if this is the right battery for it, but there we are. Let's get me multimeter on it. See what volts we've got on this one. And we've got 12.9, so this actually has higher volts on it. Even though this has been sat in the garage a bit longer, and I've only had it in charge for a bit. But yeah, 12.9 volts that's reading. Put that there. Now, I suspect these won't go on very tight again, but give it a go. A little bit awkward if you got fat fingers. What odd size is this thing? There's not a lot of room for the span to get onto it. Well, it's a lot tighter than it was on the other battery. Let's tighten this one up. Already pretty tight, but again, might just be enough. And we'll give that a go. Okay, I think it's definitely made a difference because as soon as I opened the door, the alarm went off. I shit my pants. So That's a much better sign. So keys in ignition. Ignition 1. Ignition 2. 3. So lights come on, which is good. Does the radio come on? Oh, it says hello. Hey, hey. Oh, it's a bit of static, but that is fine. Is this how we find music? Oh, it just told me goodbye. Should I try cranking it? Oh, nothing. What? We were off to a flying start there. Oh. So why did I have life and now it's gone? What is going on? Why did the radio work and now it's not? Is it drained the battery already? Very annoying. So the battery is charged back up, showing 12.8 volts. And also what I've done is I've removed the cover so I can get to the engine, and down here, starter motor. So I've been doing the classic thing, so you've got a hammer there and a metal bar and giving it a good few whacks. Another job I've got about the clutch is probably that, which is the slave cylinder. I imagine that's stuck. I can sort of get my hand on it, but not enough purchase to try and move it back or forth. But anyway, we'll come to that later. But that's the start mode, so I'll give that a good few whacks. So we'll give it a crank, see what she does. Keys in ignition. Why is the alarm saying it's on? Shall I press the unlock? Okay. Right. Lights. I can still hear things back there clicking and... Why won't you start? Oh, I can see that gauge sort of bouncing around a bit. It's trying to do stuff. Why won't you do stuff though? So this car has ran before I purchased it. The bloke started it on a battery booster pack, which I don't own. So the booster pack must have had enough amps to shut up the starter motor to get it to engage. And it seems like that's what I don't have at the moment, is enough amps from just the standard battery, because the starter motor is probably a bit crusty and a bit stuck. So I might have to revisit that one, see what I can do. Maybe a few more whacks and a few more battery charges might do it. Yeah, but I suppose in the meantime, while I'm doing that, I'll start having a look at the clutch just to see what's going on there. So yeah, we'll crack on as always. Right, so I've give the battery terminals, connections, spades and whatnot all a good clean. So I mean I'm sort of not expecting, but I'm hoping that this may start. Fully charged battery on it again. Key, I'm doing it left-handed. Key, nothing. Radio comes back on, look. But as soon as I try to... Not enough juice. Really starting to think starter motor at fault. Yeah, might need a new one of those. Oh well, worth a try. Okay, I've cleaned more earth points, a few more connections and stuff. Battery's charged again. I'm determined. So yeah, I'm going to turn the key and see what happens. So, get the key in the ignition. Where is it? Find the hole. There it is. Ooh. You hear that? So it did a tiny crank and then it starts clicking rapidly. That's like there's not enough power getting there. So I think what's happening is the battery's good, but I think the solenoid and the starter motor is old and crusty, so even though the power's there, it can't have enough movement in it for it to engage. That's what I think's happening, so it might be a new starter motor on this. Another thing to the shopping list. That's what I think it is. That's what I think's going on. I'm gonna have a bit of lunch because I'm hungry now. Doing all that took a few hours, and then I might start having a look at this clutch. But yeah, I'll show you the clutch actually. 2 seconds. So this slave cylinder, this arm here, I've managed to push it back into this body, but I had to use a bar to do it. So it could be a combination of this is seized up, but also that linking arm, you can't really see it from up top down to the gearbox. I think that's also stiff. And what I've noticed as well, leakage. So what I think's happening there, move that out of the way, is this goes up to the slave cylinder, this pipe, but it's very wet and on the floor. So we've definitely got a leak from this pipe. It doesn't look very good at all. So that's probably going to need changing also. How very annoying. But yeah. But that's where we're up to now. Right, I'm hungry. I'm going to get some lunch. In a bit. This is what it's come to. So I've got the Mercedes all hooked up. And I'm hoping the power from this will give this enough juice more consistently to start this. So I'm just letting it run for a few minutes and we'll go for a crank. Right, it's been going for a few minutes now, so let's give it a go. Whoa! We are running! That's what he needed, a bit of extra boost. Get in there! Well, it's got a nice tone to it. Does it normally sound like that? Is that sweet? That little alternator moving. There you go. I should have opened this. Trying to find its idle. Now, should I disconnect the Mercedes? Will it keep going? So I did put some fresh fuel in it earlier. I put about 5 litres in. What's it showing on the dash? It's showing in the empty area, but yeah. Oil temperature, I see that's still there. Coolant hasn't warmed up yet. Right, no warning lights, which is good. Why don't the windows or anything work? Heaters. Ooh. I'll put them on full whack just to get the cooling flowing. Right. Might disconnect the Mercedes just to see if it'll run off its own back. I can measure whether it's charging. She's purring away. So I've got the airbox off at the moment, so it might sound a bit different to what it should, but it's been a while since it's ran, so it's probably got a few cobwebs in there. Certainly needs a bit of fine tuning. Probably some old fuel in there. Like I say, I put 5 litres of fresh in, so hopefully that does make a difference. Do we have music now? I don't know how to find music. Oh, there we are. But the blows are blowing really good. They're strong. Oh, lots of dust flying out of them. Whoa. Oh. Right in the face. God. Okay, well the radio can't find any tunes. But that's okay. Goodbye. Windows. No. Windows. No. Indicators? Oh. So that one's flashing. No, that one's flashing now as well. What about the rear? So yep, that one works. Excellent day. What about the other way? That one's flashing. That one's flashing. And that one's flashing. Excellent. What else? What else can we try? What about... oh, horn works. Flashes. Well, I can't see in this light, but... I mean... Right. The main light's on. We have light. We have light. I wish the windows would go down though. The side lights. We have a side light and a side light. What else? What else can we try? Wipers. Oh yay, wipers work. There's no washer bottle though, so yeah. Okay, so they all work. Oh, I can see the temperature gauge there coming up a bit. I haven't seen that move yet. This is amazing. So we have a runner. It definitely runs. But the starter mode is not up to scratch with just the one battery. It needs a bit more behind it. So I'll probably still have to order a new one, but you never know, that extra jump might have woken it up from the Mercedes. I would like to check the coolant. I can't open this because the key is there. So I'm just going to let it run for a few minutes, get things warmed up. So I want to check oil, because the oil will be manky still. So I'll probably need like another oil change. Yeah, sorry. It'll probably need another oil change. Because it was manky, the stuff that came out. So there'll be all sorts of stuff in there still. But then there's the coolant I want to keep an eye on as well. Because well, been in there many years. I just have put a tiny bit of water in just to fill the expansion tank, and that was all. But if it's airlocked or whatever and stuff, I don't know yet. Excellent. So it runs. Good day, a good day. So what I need to do, there's still the clutch to do. There's still other bits and bobs to do, but I've ordered a few bits already. And then we'll start cracking on. I'm back to work tomorrow, so it might be not be for another week or so before I get onto it and all the parts arrive and that kind of thing. But no, well happy with that. Woo! I think now that it's having a chance to circulate things round, and can we see any leaks? Can't see anything leaking from here. Oh, why didn't I open this? You can just see in there, that's where the oil is. But looking through the grates, I can't see anything leaking. Oh, if you're wondering what that red tape is, it covers a fuse and there's a crack in it. Okay, so it definitely runs, and it sounds like it's idling okay now. Try and give it a bit of welly. That's starting to sound better. It's still stuttering now and then. You know, so, but coolant's coming up. Has that moved? I think that's on the move. I think that's the oil coming up. The oil temperature. So yeah, that's the one to keep an eye on, isn't it, in these K series engines. So we'll keep an eye on that. But yeah, there's no lights on the oh, mirrors. Do mirrors work? Oh, I don't know if you can see that, but the mirrors do work. Yay! I think that's just the lights on the dash. Anything else? Any other buttons? More buttons? No. The shame the windows don't work. Fog light. Nothing illuminates on it, but so yeah. So it's a bit noisy in the cabin when you don't have the all that here, the soundproofing. Just ticking away, man. I am worried about these though. These seem a bit loose, you know? Could that be causing a bit of the hesitation when I'm trying to rev it? A bit of, you know, or maybe it doesn't, they need a service. New spark plugs in there. Maybe that might help. Yeah, I'm well over the moon with that. So it's definitely a runner. Sorry. It's definitely a runner. But it's just a case of you need a bit of German root to get it going. Yeah, tough to bits with that. Really am. I'm gonna have a little poke around now just to check there's no leaks and things like that, and I'll get back to you.